This is Al Jazeera.
And live from Studio 14 here at Al Jazeera headquarters in Doha, I'm Kamal Santamaria. Welcome to the news grid. The ceasefire holds in Syria just. One of the main opposition groups, the Free Syrian Army, says continued government offensives are threatening the peace. They're asking for the UN to intervene, but are also threatening to break the truce themselves. Also on the grid, the Democratic Republic of Congo ends the year with a sign of hope. President Joseph Kabila's finally agreed to move on following next year's election after initially trying to hold on to power. But he hasn't actually signed the deal yet. Until then, the DRC holds its breath. And it's already 2017 in some parts of the world. Tokyo and Seoul have just gone midnight, so Happy New Year. Japan and South Korea will be bringing you pictures from there, also from the South Pacific, Australia and New Zealand. And look back at 2016, not just through our camera lens, but your social trends.
And we want to know what story from 2016 had the biggest impact on you and your community. You can join in on the conversation with the hashtag AJNewsGrid.
Unreal. Leah, we were watching that in the morning meeting today, weren't we? And there was this 3 minutes of silence, basically, whilst we all sat there and thought, did that happen? Oh, that was only 6 months ago. It's just been an extraordinary...
Or was that yesterday? Yeah, I know. It was definitely shock and awe for us. And the world reacted very differently to all of these different stories. I wanted to track it here with some emojis. This is the emoji list for country for 2016. The UK, Canada, and the USA all crying face emojis, maybe for the same reason. Turkey seems happy. South Africa, jubilant hands. India over there with prayer hands. Definitely interesting there. But we wanted to ask you what moments stood out most to you and your community. We got some interesting responses here. Rahim told me that CPEC started. That's the China-Pakistan economic deal. He said it's really benefited folks in his community. Amrun here said, well, was Joseph Schooling the first Olympic gold medal for Singapore? That was really important for him. And then Brian here said that the attack on Uganda's Nkurunziza's King Palace, which left many people dead as well. For Al Jazeera, our top stories were quite shocking to me personally, just based on the stories that didn't make the top list. But the first one was Saudi Arabia's the bombing targeting Medina and Qatif mosques. The second one, only the second one, is the Turkey coup attempt being foiled. The third, Russian ambassador Andrei Karlov being shot in Ankara. 4, India unveiling the world's largest solar power plant, a story that I just read today. And 5, the Nepali girl who died due to a banned menstruation practice. Again, these are Al Jazeera's top stories. Did any of those shock you? They were definitely a little interesting to me. For our digital team, this was one of the top pictures here, pretty crazy, at top of a skyscraper. These are youth protesting in Hong Kong. Also this story on a father fighting for the life of his child with albinism in Kampala, Uganda. Very, very interesting. But for Google, they had a different slot of stories. Their year in searches, also very interesting. The top search overall goes to Pokemon. Number 2, iPhone, Donald Trump there in third. For global news, though, Brexit, Orlando shooting, and the Zika virus. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. Our colleagues at AJ Plus found some of the lighter and happier sides to 2016. Take a look.
Okay, let's just put a happy little mountain, something about like that. And let's paint several little happy trees.
Such a happy ending.
That was nice. I love the music.
Happy New Year, Kamal.
Thank you, Leah. See you next year, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
You on tomorrow?
I am.
Cool. See you then. It's Leah Harding. Let's talk to you about... Actually, I've just had a WhatsApp comment through. Kabila's not going to step down. He's going to smart play the opposition parties. That's the view of one of our viewers. What have other people been saying to you?
There's a lot of apprehension online, people wondering if this will ever happen, if this deal will be signed, because so far it hasn't been. And with that grows an online community and a conversation. Hashtag Kabila must go and hashtag Congo crisis among some of those trending conversations online, along with hashtag bye bye Kabila. You can actually go to twibbin.com and change your Twitter avatar so it says bye bye Kabila. Vava Tampa here, he's a Congolese activist out of the UK, saying that today is the last day for the deal. How much of it will reflect Congolese aspirations? That remains to be seen. A lot of speculation if this will even happen, like I said. This has been fairly violent so far leading up to Kabila's mandate coming to an end on December 19th. On December 20th, there were riots all over the country. 19 civilians killed in Kinshasa, 9 killed in Butembo, 18 in Rutshuru. It's been an ongoing crisis here of people wanting Kabila to step down and to sign over this process that has yet to happen. Antonio here, though, says it well, that he's saying it's too soon to celebrate that dictator Kabila will step down in 2017 or leave office in 2018. They have to sign first before we celebrate. So a lot of tension, a lot of waiting. The waiting continues since December 19th. We're also following this online. If you have questions for us or if comments for us, we'd love to hear from you. The hashtag there, AJ Newsgrid, or you can write to me directly at Leah Harding, AJE.
Leah Harding's over there again. Hello, Leah.
Hey.
What's been happening online with this one? India usually reacts fairly strongly.
They do, and they reacted very quickly. Hashtag Modi's speech is trending right now, as you can see here on my trends map that I brought up for you, along with Happy New Year tweets. One tweeter wrote this as a joke, of course, that it's the first time in history everyone was waiting for 7:30 p.m. instead of midnight, waiting for Modi to come out and give this speech. But not a lot of shock online, a lot of apathy, not really thinking that Modi said very much at all. This tweeter here saying, apart from 60 days interest waiver to farmers, I don't see any major relief. This tweeter here saying, thank God the Modi speech didn't drop another bombshell. I'm sure that 2,000 rupee notes must be smiling somewhere. That's certainly true. But along with Modi thanking the supporters of this deal who were standing in line, who spent entire days' wages to try and change in their money. A lot of supporters of Modi also taking online this one, Anurag, saying that it's an awesome speech by Mr. Modi and all Indian people are supporting you. Were you watching this speech? If you were, we would love to hear from you. Be sure to use the hashtag AJ Newsgrid, or you can write to me directly at Leah Harding, AJE.